Hello everyone, welcome to Integrating Talent podcast by HiSnap. This is Archit. I'm a co-founder at HiSnap and today in episode 2 we have Harsha with us.
जो भी लोग बोलते हैं ना कि एचआर रंगोली बनाता है तो मैं हंसना नहीं रोक पाती. I laugh like crazy. I have a huge respect for HRs. Very huge respect first of all. So HR is not a job, it's an emotion. In my own company, the 50% of staff is male and they are doing amazing.
Great to have you, Harsha, on our episode 2.
Same here, same feeling this side as well.
So yeah, Harsha, we would want to get started with our favorite question, right? We would want to understand more about your early life because I know you have been in a very good job, then decided to start something of your own, right? Hummingbird. So tell us more about who you are, how you transition to become an entrepreneur, and especially it's not easy, right? Being female and where you are expected in India to expected to do a lot of other stuff as well, right? And then managing your own startup, your own company. So please share more details, Aisha.
Yeah, so I will, start introducing myself. That, as you already mentioned, that right now I'm running a business name Hummingbird Consulting. So if I will talk about my early life, so I am coming from a very humble middle class Sindhi family, like a very nuclear family, a mom, dad, 2 siblings and grandmother. So and then I completed my studies from Jaipur itself, and I was a topper all along, like all over my life. Like I was a topper in 10th, and then I thought that मतलब जो top करता है उसको तो science math ही लेना होता है. So that was the time in my mind, and I was very good in science and maths too at that time. Right now I'm saying that science was my favorite subject. And after completing 10th and 12th, I pursue my BTech from computer science background. I'm a professional, by qualification, I am a software engineer, but I'm not doing any work which is related to the software engineering. So that's how I completed my education. And when I was in a second year of my college, not second year, but when I was in a first year of my college, I started teaching the students जो 12th में थे. So आप फर्स्ट ईयर में हो और 12th के बच्चों को पढ़ा रहे हो जो 10th में थे और 12th में थे. So that was my favorite, hobby, I can say. I love teaching. Abhi bhi I love teaching. So वो मैंने किया in first year. When I was a second year of my college, on being coming from a Sindhi family, so वो धंधा, the business always in the mind. So I started, I started thinking कि यार कुछ करना है second year में. अभी तो किसी के यहाँ पे पढ़ाने जाती हूँ, but ऐसे क्या, मतलब after college what I have to do. So in second year of my college, I started my own institute. So मैंने वो run किया for a year, and then in third year of college there was a competition. I believe you are from also IIT BHU, so you know that COMET करके कुछ एक competition होता है in IIT BHU. So I went there for that competition and I was a top 10 students में कुछ मेरा नाम आया था. So they offered me one internship there. So I went for the internship which was related to artificial intelligence and machine learning. So because of that, I was like, अब ये मतलब institute को run करना and internship करना is not easy task at all. So वो मैंने पूरा handover कर दिया, and then I completed my internship from IIT BHU. समझ में आ गया था, मैं कॉलेज में भी टॉप ही कर रही थी, but then understood कि यार सारा दिन लैपटॉप के सामने बैठ के कोडिंग करना is not cup of my tea. So I have to go out of this. I was always a management वाला बच्चा कि अगर स्टेज खाली है ना तो हर्षा को भेज दो. हर्षा will take care of 100 का से 1000 का ऑडियंस तो easily. सो वो हमेशा रहता था। आई वाज लाइक कि यार इसमें मजा आ रहा है, सो आई वाज अ हेड गर्ल एज वेल, तो आई वाज लाइक कि इसमें मजा आ रहा है तो मुझे क्यों करना है टेक, क्यों करना है टेक में, अच्छे मार्क्स आ रहे हैं, ठीक है वो डिग्री के लिए अच्छा है, बट नहीं, इसको परस्यू नहीं करना। सो इन फोर्थ ईयर स्टार्ट हुआ था, प्लेसमेंट की कंपनीज आई गॉट 3-4 गुड जॉब ऑफर्स, बट वो सारे टेक वाले थे। आई वाज लाइक यार टेक में तो जाना ही नहीं है, नो मैटर इज अ, लेकिन नो कितनी ही रेपुटेड कंपनी हो। सो देन वन डे आई वाज एट माय होम एंड आई डिसाइडेड, मतलब लिटरली मैंने एक डायरी में मैपिंग करना स्टार्ट किया कि मेरे डैड मुझे कहाँ कहाँ भेजेंगे, राइट। तो दिल्ली उनके लिए हमेशा थोड़ा सा ऐसा रहता है कि नो नो नॉट दिल्ली, या फिर सेफ प्लेस कौन सा है। सो आई थॉट ये गुजरात इज अ सेफ प्लेस वेयर माय फादर वुड बी ओके। कि स्टार्टिंग में भी पूरा बचपन मेरा जयपुर में निकला। सो आई वाज लाइक अगर पहली बार कहीं मूव होना है तो गुजरात वुड बी द राइट प्लेस। So I applied in couple of the companies. I got the internship and job offer from one of the edtech company as a salesperson. कुछ आइडिया नहीं है सेल्स क्या होती है, कैसे करते हैं। I was बस confident enough कि कुछ कर लेंगे। I went there. My stipend was literally 10K, and by end of the month, I like achieved almost 1 lakh incentive with the 10K style. So, and they offered me 10 lakh rupees का job offer after completion of 1 month. So I was like very much confident कि यार ये तो कर लिया है, ये तो बहुत easy हो गया है, अब मुझे और क्या करना है। So इतना easy अगर ये हो रहा है तो I don't want to pursue that. I want to do something else. So that was always into my mind that I want to pursue something. Interview करना है, interview line up करना है, किसी से बात करनी है। So I was a very talkative child in the room. So then also I was like when it comes to the sales, बहुत अच्छा सेल्स कर रही थी। मतलब वहां के सारे सीनियर्स बोल रहे थे कि क्या कर रहे हो, ये कल की आई हुई लड़की क्या ही कर रही है। तो सबको ऐसे बहुत सुनाने को मिलता था। बट देन आई रियलाइज कि माय डैड वंस टोल्ड मी दैट कि अपन ना खाना खाने के लिए 2 टाइम का सबसे ज्यादा वो पैसा कमाते हैं और हम वो भी नहीं खा पा रहे। सो व्हाई वी आर डूइंग दैट, एंड सेल्स में वो बहुत नहीं मिल पाता है। एंड व्हेन इट कम्स टू द फील्ड सेल्स, so I left that job and internship type of that job was there, and then I started my journey in an HR company, top notch company. I started working as a research analyst in Quest Corp Limited, which is Bangalore based company, but one office is in Ahmedabad as well. So वहां पे भी you will not believe it कि वहां पे जो job description था वहां पे 3 to 5 years of experience we are looking for, and I was like I haven't even a 1 month of experience in HR. But I was like ठीक है ना, इंटरव्यू देके देखते हैं क्या ही होगा, रिजेक्ट तो होंगे। So that's how I started. I went there and they offered me in just 15 minutes, and they were like हम इतना ऑफर कर रहे हैं। And then I started and I was there for like till the COVID time. Then I moved to Gurgaon and Pune, got promotions as an assistant manager, corporate manager, and then team lead, then branch manager. Then again came back to Ahmedabad and joined Cadila Pharmaceuticals as an HRBP. I was working there. तब तक माइंड में बिल्कुल भी नहीं था कि वापस से मुझे खुद का कुछ स्टार्ट करना है या फिर कुछ करना है। आई वाज सो हैप्पी कि ट्रेडिशनल टाइप की कंपनी है। मतलब मुझे तो ऐसा बोला जाता है कि आराम से काम करो, यू डोंट नीड टू इन्वॉल्व इन ईच एंड एवरीथिंग, इतना जल्दी काम नहीं कर देना, मतलब 2 घंटे का काम है फटाफट करके खत्म करो। But I was too active in, like when it comes to work, and I was able to close leadership positions, tech leadership positions, non-tech leadership positions for them. And one day I decided ki now I'm done, and that's how this Hummingbird started.
Awesome. Please share a little bit more, Harsha, if you would want to, about Hummingbird, what you do at Hummingbird.
When it comes to Hummingbird, so first I want to say that how Hummingbird started. So after leaving this company, Cadila Pharmaceuticals, I was sitting at my home and there was 3 segments जो मैंने सच में अपने वॉल पे ड्रॉ किए। दैट वाज हर्षा, हर्षा प्लस एंड हर्षा प्रो. हर्षा इज एक जॉब छोड़ के दूसरी जॉब ले लेंगे. हर्षा प्लस वाज job plus freelancing or some sort of company work, when Harsha Pro was totally startup वाली लड़की. And that's how I think no, अगर बनना ही है तो think about big things, like why you are painting your own picture बहुत छोटी. No, you just draw your picture bigger as much you can. So that's how the Harsha Pro came. I went to my home and I was like, Papa, I want to start Hummingbird. And like Hummingbird also, so my name is Harsha Burani, so it's HB. So it was very much as like HB, kuch aisa HB was in my mind. And I always say that I want to fly with flying colors. Like from my college time to my TPO or to my principals, directors, yeah, I just want to fly with flying colors. And they always say कि तू उड़ती ही रहती है भाई, तू रुकने का नाम नहीं लेती है. तो मैं कि ऐसा क्या है, तो फ्लाई तो आ गया था. तो बर्ड वाज कंप्लीटली इन. देन हमिंगबर्ड, लाइक हमिंगबर्ड इज द बर्ड जो सबसे ज्यादा बिना रुके चल सकती है ना. सो आई वाज लाइक आई डोंट वांट टू स्टॉप. I just want to fall, but I just want to stand up again in a minute or two. That's it. So that's how this hummingbird came into the picture. I went back to Jaipur and I discussed with my father that I want to start something by my own. So at that time also, like everybody was like ये कहाँ से आया. And उस टाइम में मेरे पास बहुत अच्छे offers थे. One offer from Microsoft, and which was like when I was discussing that offer with my dad of Microsoft, so it was like all the music in my ears ki itna acha offer hai, why you are saying no to them. I was like, no, I just want to start. Credit to my father, he supported me a lot ki theek push the things. And in Hummingbird we are representing our company as a premium talent acquisition and talent management firm. We do all kind of recruitment when it comes to IT and non-IT both, but more focused on IT because we believe that niche should be there. We have two segments. When it comes to non-IT, we are also very specific that what we are doing. Like in non-IT, we are doing marketing, manufacturing, oil and gas, petrochemicals. And when it comes to IT, so all the IT, like all the niche positions when it comes to IT, like Kubernetes developers or DevOps or data scientists, AI, ML, like and anything you name it, we have already done it. So we do the recruitment, which is like I can say the bread and butter is recruitment. But yeah, recruitment is not only the part of Hummingbird. We also do training and development. We also provide virtual HR to many of our clients. And then sometimes the HR manifest policies. So we are helping, I can say the 360 degree of HR, but not the payroll part. Except payroll, we are doing everything.
Understood. Got it. Great. I think thanks, Harsha. I could understand starting from sales and then moving into the HR to the talent acquisition and then starting something of your own. So definitely, I'm sure this journey would not be easy, but how you made it look like to us. So any challenges also which you faced apart from, few lucrating offers, right? You mentioned Microsoft and other companies, right? Any other challenges which you have faced while you were starting off or throughout your journey in your 6 to 7 8 years of experience?
Yeah, absolutely. There are so many challenges. I don't know how to portray, but yeah, I want to highlight a couple of the challenges which I have faced. So the first challenge I would say that there is a taboo. Still there is a taboo. अगर लड़का अपने business या धंधे के लिए 5 लाख रुपए मांगता है, so people would be like, parents are like, अभी के अभी दे देंगे, है ना? But when it comes to female, so ये business कर पाएगी क्या? अभी भी अगर आप अपने इकोसिस्टम में देखोगे तो 10 में से 2 एंटरप्रेन्योर होती हैं जो फीमेल होती हैं, 8 मेल ही होते हैं. सो कमिंग फ्रॉम इंडिया, लाइक देयर इज अ स्टिल टैबू वेयर पीपल थिंक दैट फीमेल जॉब कर ले, फैमिली संभाले, वो इमोशनल साइड होती है, बट प्रैक्टिकली वो धंधा नहीं संभाल सकती. बट इट वॉज वेरी डिफरेंट फॉर माई फादर. ही सेड कि हर्षा तो बिजनेस ही करेगी, इसको जो करना है करेगी. So all my relatives were like, I don't think so that इसको ये करना चाहिए. She hasn't any backup and she's asking to do something by her own. So that was the first challenge. बट मेरे को फैमिली का बहुत अच्छा सपोर्ट था, तो वो मेरे लिए बहुत इजी हो गया. बट हाँ, जब मैं अपने रिलेटिव से बात करती तो मुझे लगता था कि सब कुछ वही कर रहे हैं, मतलब मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकती क्या. तो वो बहुत बार आया. सेकेंड थिंग विच आई हैव फेस कि हमारी फाइट हमारे खुद से होती है, हमारे खुद के माइंड से होती है. अगर आप कुछ करना चाहते हो तो आप कर ही लेते हो. लाइक I would say that I had very bad experiences when it comes to my personal life, but I overcame like crazy. जब लोग डिप्रेशन में जाते हैं तब मैं काम कर रही थी. So I was like, I don't want to go there. Like I don't want my mind to focus on the things जहाँ कुछ प्रोडक्टिव ही नहीं है. So आज भी मैं अपनी पर आवर कॉस्ट कैलकुलेट करती हूँ कि मेरी पर आवर कॉस्ट क्या है, मैं कहाँ पे अपना टाइम यूटिलाइज कर रही हूँ, इन्वेस्ट कर रही हूँ, वेस्ट कर रही हूँ, क्या कर रही हूँ. So तब से बहुत सालों से वो चला आ रहा है. लेकिन मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आपकी पर्सनल लाइफ भी, आपके बैड एक्सपीरियंसेस भी आपको बहुत स्ट्रांग बनाते हैं. तब आपके पास दो ही चॉइसेस होती हैं, या तो रो लो, आप डिप्रेशन में चले जाओ, है ना, या फिर उसको ओवरकम कर लो और आप एक नया ही इंसान बन के उठो. सो आई डिड दैट. मतलब मुझे लगता है कि मैंने अपने आप को टाइम नहीं दिया टू थिंक ऑन द थिंग जहां मुझे सोचना भी चाहिए था. आई वाज लाइक कि नो, दैट career is my first priority, and Harsha knows that how to win this game. Otherwise I am like a dead woman if I cannot close this deal. So yeah, I always focus on that.
Great, Harsha. So I have a follow-up questions around, right, the HR and being a naughty engineer myself, right? I myself did engineering for quite few years, right? So we always used to approach HR or consider HR like Fun Fridays or someone who is just organizing some events, Rangoli events, all that, right? So would you like to educate us a little bit more about some myths which we engineers or organization develops about the HR versus the actual work and lot of efforts? I know for a fact, since I've been running myself HireSnap, so I could understand what all it goes into, making this function, making the organization run. But I would love to also understand your insights, Harsha, on this.
Yeah, definitely. So I would say that जो भी लोग बोलते हैं ना कि HR रंगोली बनाता है, तो मतलब मैं हंसना नहीं रोक पाती. I laugh like crazy. Like there is a myth that HR is only for the rangoli. It's not. Like rangoli, it's just now like बाहर से जाके ले आओ और लगा दो, वो भी हो जाता है within 5 minutes. So for that you don't need HR for that. So HR is specially for like HR is doing so many things, but ना कभी भी कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को जब वो परफॉर्मेंस रिव्यू में आते तो क्या ही किया तुमने ऐसा बोलते हैं, बट क्या क्या किया उनकी वजह से. आई थिंक HR is a brick of a building, जहाँ पे पूरी की पूरी कंपनी खड़ी हुई है. From starting from sourcing or staffing or recruitment से लेके onboarding, then making that person comfortable at your place, that a person can say anything. You have to become your buddy, like. So that HR would be your buddy for each and everything. Then it's a bridge between the stakeholders and the management and your employees. So HR is working on the both the side. कभी वो stakeholder से सुन रही होती है, कभी वो employees की problem सुन रही होती है. So it's a very big work. Like you cannot do this thing कि you cannot even say that कि रंगोली के लिए ही HR है. So they are doing training and development, employee satisfaction. Then there are so many things, the appraisal cycle, then payroll, what not HR is doing. But yeah, we have this myth ki HR rangoli kriti, but I don't believe it and I don't want to motivate that.
I think Rangoli primarily comes under the engagement, which is only one pillar of the bigger picture, right? There is much more, as you mentioned. There is performance review, there is rewards and recognition modules, which takes years and years to roll out at such a big scale to the entire organization.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. So, any advice, Harsha, to the young budding entrepreneurs, right, who just started their journey into the HR or planning to start, still doing some certifications, some courses, right? How they can plan their journey, their career journey? Because me being engineer again, we do have a lot of roadmaps available. How to become senior engineer, to engineering manager, to tech lead, to I don't know, maybe VP of engineering someday, right? But if you can also give few tips how they HR should plan their career journey so that they can also look up to becoming, Harsha one day, or maybe at least dream of reaching that goal, Harsha.
ओके तो बहुत ज्यादातर to become a हर्षा मतलब वो बहुत हर्षा से भी बहुत बड़े बन सकते हैं and I would definitely gonna pray for each one of them who is listening this podcast. So first of all I would say that HR बनने के लिए जो important है मतलब if you are starting your journey towards the becoming HR, so you have to think about it that HR is not a job. HR is literally not a job. HR is an emotional thing. Literally, it's an emotional job. So if you have empathy wala behavior, if you feel that if you feel that you are a people person, you love talking, you love to listening what others want to say. If you can be someone whom I can rely upon, so yeah, then तुम HR बन सकते हो. Otherwise HR मत बनो. If you want to do practical things all your life, so coder बन जाओ, मार्केटिंग में चले जाओ, पैसा कमाना है तो सेल्स में चले जाओ. बट HR एक बहुत इमोशनल जॉब है, मतलब बहुत इमोशनल वाला काम है. सो पहले ये डिसाइड करो कि आपको वो एम्पैथी वाला बंदा बनना है कि नहीं बनना है. देन यू स्टार्टेड योर जर्नी इन HR. एंड अगर आपने सोच लिया कि आपको HR बनना है, you love helping others and all the things, so then I have some advices that आज मैंने देखा है, if you will talk about 20s or 30s या Gen Zs मैं बोलूँ तो they are very much talented more than us, but at the same time, because like every day I'm talking to like so many candidates when you are in recruitment, I believe that you are also doing the same thing. So what I feel that one thing they are lacking, that they always think about the money more, but they are not feeling that opportunity is bigger than money. Once you will grasp the opportunity, the money will definitely gonna follow you. If I will talk about my journey from EdTech to the HR industry, it was like from 10 lakhs to 3 lakhs. I degrade myself. But today I'm doing the 10x or the 20x, from where I started. Right? So, I always feel that opportunity ko choose karo rather than money. Money is definitely gonna follow you if you are passionate enough to complete your all the tasks. And then focus on learning more, because like every day the new tech is coming. You have to be updated like crazy. Like you have to update yourself on a daily basis, because every day, every single moment something is coming up where you are like, if you are not doing it, somebody else is doing it already. So you have to keep yourself like updated like anything. So the learning is the second part. Opportunity is bigger than money. And then I feel that network. If you are talking about HR, so network is your real network. So we also met in one of the event in the startup ecosystem named eChat. So eChat is like doing amazing in India, right? So they also help Hummingbird like anything. So one of the credit, if I will say that I want to give, It's to like each and every. So वहां से मुझे जो नेटवर्क मिला वही मेरी बिजनेस में इतना हेल्प किया है कि पूरा बिजनेस ही वहां से मैंने स्केल किया है. So I will say कि network is your network. So start building your network. And वो हमेशा one way नहीं होना चाहिए. It's always a two way. अगर कोई आपकी हेल्प कर रहा है तो how you can leverage that help. And I feel that in the world of full of ego, you should not be the one. Ask. मतलब लोगों से हेल्प मांगो, लोग करते हैं, लिटरली करते हैं, बट इफ यू आर ए ईगोस्टिक पर्सन है, यार मैं कैसे मांगू, मतलब मैं छोटा हो जाऊंगा, मतलब मैंने देखा है आजकल के बच्चों में दे आर वेरी मच ईगोस्टिक. हमें किसी से हेल्प क्यों ही लेना है, वी कैन डू इट बाय आवर ओन सेल्फ. या यू कैन डू इट, बट जरूरी नहीं है ना कि मैं अपनी टीम को भी ये बोलती हूँ कि लर्न फ्रॉम अदर मिस्टेक्स टू. जरूरी नहीं है कि खुद को गड्ढा खोद के ही वो गिर के फिर ही सीखना है. कभी को भी जो कोई दूसरा उस गड्ढे में गिर चुका और कुछ बता रहा हो तो उससे सुन लो, उससे सीख लो. सो लर्न फ्रॉम अदर्स इज अ बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस इन एचआर, जो मुझे लगता है कि कॉलेज से ही स्टार्ट कर देनी चाहिए, विच कैन डेफिनेटली हेल्प इन एचआर इंडस्ट्री टू बिकम अ गुड एचआर.
Thanks, Harsha. So yeah, I think I can also attest what you have mentioned, and also primarily the point around ask around, you'll get help. So you don't have to be, you don't have to double think that this person is so big and would be so busy that he or she will not reply. If you ask, maybe if you ask 5%, one will reply. So, but we, I mean that's how HireSnap is also being going, Harsha. We keep asking help, and there are enough people who have been supporting throughout our journey. Cool. So I have another one. I mean, this is based on my conversation, my experience also in past 3 years running HireSnap, that a lot of people face challenges, especially when it comes to the tech recruitment, and in the recruitment also around the sourcing part. Right? Since you have been helping so many organizations in IT, especially in the engineering side, so would you want to share some tips how they can strategize to source better talent? And also I have a contradictory follow-up question as well here, right? So we also understand that there are so many incoming applications coming in, and there's a research done by JobVite which says not more than 50% applications are opened, those who apply in different companies. So on one side we're saying the sourcing is difficult, on the other side we are not even opening the applications. So how do we strike the balance, and what are some best practices we can incorporate in the sourcing the engineering talent?
Okay, so I will say that it's like that in the ocean, like बहुत पानी है ना, but कितना drinkable water है, it's very less. Same in the industry, same in the market. Like in the market, in the talent pool, we have so many people who are looking for the job, right? But who is right for that particular role is like the ratio is very less. So that's why I'm saying, as you mentioned, that कि बहुत सारे profiles है जो open ही नहीं हुए या फिर reject ही हो गए. So I think the skill set and the criteria जहाँ पे वो match करना है, where they are lacking from.
And also, what are the best practices or some hacks around sourcing the right talent?
Okay, so when it comes to the right talent का sourcing, so I always believe कि talent को source करने से पहले client को समझो. So whenever I will take any of the mandate, so before taking the mandate, this is my practice that like I will ask my team to connect with the client on a Zoom call or on Teams. Understand that what client is looking for, instead of jumping on the mandate कि mandate आ गया हमको close करना है, JD दे दिया, ये कर लिया. No, just understand what client is looking for. Let clients speak that what is the goals of like coming 5 years if this person will join the organization. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि अगर वो टेक्निकल बंदा भी होता है, कमिंग एज अ सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर, उसको लीड बनाना है, प्रिंसिपल बनाना है, क्या बनाना है, कुछ अलग ही उसके लिए कुछ प्लान हो रहा है, बट हमें नहीं पता होता, तो हम कहते हैं कि टेक्निकली तो बहुत अच्छा है बट कॉन्फिडेंट ही नहीं है, तो वो लीड नहीं बन पाएगा, सो दैट इज नॉट अ राइट कैंडिडेट। बट हाउ वी विल गेट टू नो? सो द फर्स्ट प्रैक्टिस शुड बी दैट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट क्लाइंट इज लुकिंग फॉर। टेक थोड़ा सा टाइम क्लाइंट को दो, रेदर देन अपने रिक्रूटमेंट से, मतलब मैं 1 घंटा दे देती हूँ क्लाइंट को, क्लाइंट को समझने के लिए आपको क्या चाहिए और आपको क्यों चाहिए। when you will start saying why and how, so often you will get all the answers and the clarities that what the other person is looking for, and then you can start the sourcing process. And when it comes to the sourcing, so there are so many practices when it comes to the mid-level hiring, when it comes to the leadership hiring. If suppose like I'm explaining 2 3 probably मतलब बहुत सारी है, so like if I will talk about 2 3 practices of mine, so like one company is looking a person from the same industry or same like from a competitor. So first we will map all the competitors, and then from those competitors we source the right candidate through LinkedIn or through other job portals, right? So this is one of the practice. Second can be the headhunting. Third can be the job portals. All the job portals are available. Sometimes networking में से हमारे database में से ही कोई मिल जाता है and we मतलब आता है mandate और within a minute हम बोलते हैं ये तो सही बंदा है इस company के लिए. So this is also the practice. But yeah, in this practice we have to maintain our data very properly. So for that we have to use some technique. Like मेरे पास मुझे पता है कि like if you are dealing in the data of the number of data is 100 or 1000 तब तक चल जाएगा, but when this number will cross that you are gonna suffer, that is for sure. So you have to maintain your data very properly because आज जो बंदा है शायद 3 साल बाद वो job change ढूंढेगा. So wasting the money again after 3 years or 5 years or 7 years down the line, if your data is proper, your data is maintained, so you can utilize that data later on as well. So data को manage करना in the sourcing and and also when you are doing this recruitment thing, it's not an easy task at all. Understanding the client and then recruiting the candidate, मतलब जब तक वो join नहीं हो जाता है, मतलब वो 2-3 ऑफर लेके वो काउंटर ऑफर कहीं ना कहीं पे डिस्कस करोगे, that is for sure, that is gonna happen. But you have to make sure that how you are different from other recruiters or convincing, means we have closed a couple of the candidates who got the offer जो हम ऑफर कर रहे थे उनसे भी ज्यादा, but they joined our clients. The only one reason behind it, our communication should be very proper, very transparent. That person should understand that offer is a one part, but the opportunity which the candidate is getting is more than anything else. So वहाँ पे join करा है. So the communication is also the key. We have to be very authentic when we are communicating with the candidates.
Got it. I think this is a very excellent tip, Harsha. Offer versus the opportunity. Yeah. So I think you are discussing about some tools, right? Which also I thought I'll ask you this question as well. So since we have been noticing that we are living in an era where AI is everywhere around us, right? And recruitment is not something which is, there is a lot of innovations happening around the recruitment as well, right? Where the candidate, if I talk about from the candidate perspective, there are many advanced tools available in the market which they leverage to build their amazing, well-crafted resume, right? And practice their interviews. They also have access to the questions being asked previously. And
yes,
we are.
I can leverage that.
Correct. And then on the other side, there have been a lot of innovations happening around the HR side to filter out those candidates, and not just the talent acquisition, but the other aspects of L&D and then rewards and recognition, performance marketing. So would you like to share some insights about how HR is being leveraging the AI?
Okay. Like we are not big that we are using those many AI tools, but internally, if I will say that we are using some of the tools which are Slack, Teams, Notion, Fresh Team also to filter the candidates. Some these kind of tools, but not too much into the AI till today. But yeah, probably in coming years we will use that. But till now we are not using those many tools which we have to.
So,
But yeah, from candidates aspects, yeah, the hire snap is there. Like there are other tools where candidates can take more leverage than us.
yes, yes, yes. So for others who are listening to this podcast, Harsha is actually referring HireSnap Resume Builder. This is one of our product when we started this HireSnap. So you can surely give it a shot. So yeah, Harsha, and also, if you have to give one advice to all the HRs listening out, right, or others as well who want to understand the HR in general, right? So what is that one advice you would want to give to those HRs who are listening to this podcast? So,
But yeah, from candidates aspects, yeah, the hire snap is there. Like there are other tools where candidates can take more leverage than us.
yes, yes, yes. So for others who are listening to this podcast, Harsha is actually referring HireSnap Resume Builder. This is one of our product when we started this HireSnap. So you can surely give it a shot. So yeah, Harsha, and also, if you have to give one advice to all the HRs listening out, right, or others as well who want to understand the HR in general, right? So what is that one advice you would want to give to those HRs who are listening to this podcast?
Okay, so I have a huge respect for HRs, very huge respect first of all. So HR is not a job, it's an emotion, because if you are giving a job to somebody, उससे वो पैसे कमा रहा है और उससे वो घर चला रहा है. So you are doing a very big job in your life. Like ये बहुत बड़ा काम है. ये कोई इंजीनियर नहीं करके दे रहा है, कोई मार्केटिंग वाला बंदा नहीं कर रहा है जो आप कर रहे हो. So first थोड़ा सा अपने आप पे प्राउड करो. Like you have to proud on yourself that you are doing amazing job. And it's always be empathetic and practical sometimes, because when it comes to the HR, it's a data driven, but you are the bridge between the management and employees, right? So you have to be practical and emotional at the same time, and you have to maintain this everywhere. So just proud on yourself, and you are doing amazing job. Just get up.
And also, Harsha, this lead me to my last question, which I wanted to ask. Right.
Yeah.
So again, that's because of our background, right? We have seen most of the times HRs being towards maybe most of the time we have seen female HR, right? So do you see any correlation between gender and this function HR?
बहुत बड़ा myth है Arjit, really. It's a very big myth. In my own company, the 50% of staff is male, and they are doing amazing. So I'm not biased I'm a feminist, but the definition of feminist for me, it's very different. But for this HR, I'm not going to say that this job is only for females. Males are doing equally good than females. So yeah.
So male are equally competent to
Yeah.
HR.
They are amazing in work when it comes to HR. Yeah. My like last year, my employee of that month was a male. So मतलब आप समझ लो कि अच्छा ही कर रहे हैं, मतलब they're closing the deals, they're closing their mandates like crazy. So yeah, my leads are male and females both, but yeah, one of the lead is doing amazing who is male. So I cannot say that. मतलब स्टार्टिंग में वो मेरा भी बायस था कि बात करने की बात आती है तो फीमेल्स आर गुड व्हेन इट कम्स टू कम्युनिकेशन, बिकॉज स्टार्टिंग से हमारा पेडिग्री वो होता है ना, वी आर वेरी टॉकेटिव. Males are made for a practical decision or to be very practical each and everything. And females can be creative and talkative and communication wala jahan pe bhi aata hai, so females are there. But no, it's not like that. We have to crack that taboo that females ke liye HR hai, but males are also doing equally good.
Awesome, awesome. And also, Harsha, wanted to understand because you come from that background of working with so many customers, right? So, what is that one thing, one advice you would want to give to the companies who actually onboard consultants or onboard hiring partners, sourcing firms to share the portion of their mandate? Because I'm sure you would have also faced some of the challenges from the company side, from the HR side. And rightly so, they have their own reason, they are limited by their own internal dynamics, right? But still, if you have to request or give one advice, what would be that?
Yeah, definitely. So, we are working with all the companies jahan pe they have their own HRs, but still we are the HR business partner for them. So why it is important to hire the recruitment partners? I will never ever say that agencies, but I will say the HR business partner, because we are considering all our clients as the same our own company, right? मुझे लगता है कि we are the brand ambassador for all our clients. So they can never ever say that Hummingbird is doing the work where she or her team member are representing our company like a client. No, we are always say that we are the HR business partner of XYZ company. So why it is important? Because the in-house HR is not doing the only work which is related to the recruitment. So what is my suggestion or advice would be that, rather than recruitment, they can work on the productivity of their own employees rather than always focusing on the recruitment. Because recruitment is not the part where in 2 hours you can close one mandate. It's not the case. You have to deep and dive into the mandate. You have to research about it. Then you have to make the competitor list. Then you have to map the candidates. You have to talk to 50 candidates and then only share the 5 candidates according to after the assessment and everything. So it's a very huge process. If your in-house HR is doing all these things, तो फिर आपकी कंपनी का प्रोडक्टिविटी, आपका कंपनी का एम्प्लॉय एंगेजमेंट तो हो ही नहीं रहा है. सो रेदर देन फोकसिंग ऑन द कॉस्ट, focus on the productivity of your employees. Then you would feel that the paying cost which you are paying to other consultant or HR business partner is very less if your HR is focusing on the productivity rather than all the time recruiting.
Awesome. Thanks, Harsha, for sharing the insights around the HR, around talent acquisition, sourcing. I'm sure it would be very helpful, very insightful for our audience who is listening out today, this episode. So,
thank you so much.
And also, Harsha, anything you would want to, if someone who's listening out would want to get in touch with you or want to explore your services, so what would be the best way to reach out?
I think I'm too much active on LinkedIn. Would be the best way to reach out to me.
So all right, thanks everyone for listening to this podcast. You can reach out to Harsha if you have any queries. You can comment or let us know. You can write it to us.
Thanks, Archit. Thank you so much. Feeling very grateful today.